everything. That might be a little too chaotic. Me 6 hours. I like my book spicy and my coffee icy. This is like my favorite right here. Hello bookish besties and welcome or welcome back to my channel. It is very dark in here right now. You would never believe that it is literally 1 p.m. It's snowing outside, so it's very gray and this room gets like no light, especially when there's no sunlight out. We're gonna work with what we've got. We are starting a bookshelf reorganization video. Finally, after months of me saying I wanted to do this, I'm determined to start today. These shelves are the ones I normally film in front of. These two guys over here are new and I'm really hoping this is not going to take me all day long. So I think what I'm going to do first is collect like all my fantasy books from not on these bookshelves, and we're going to make these into my big fantasy romance bookshelves. First, I'm going to be logging some books into Fable and my Excel, so I'll take you along while doing that, and then we'll collect all of the fantasy books and then we'll get to reorganizing these bookshelves. So I brought all of my fantasy books over here, and now I have to start figuring out how I want to do this. I don't know if I'm going to take everything off the shelves. That might be a little too chaotic, but I kind of want to clean them. I don't know if I want to keep it in alphabetical order or if that's going to drive me insane. We'll see. I'll update you guys when I have my thoughts together. Hi friends, it's been a few hours. As you can see, I've made a lot of progress. I'm about halfway done, so I just want to give you a little update. I'm doing it in alphabetical order by author's last name. So I separated out all the books, got everything ready. So I'm currently on M. So I got all the way over here to Tahara Mafi, and I love this shelf because I have her 2 books for this Woven Kingdom, and then I have all of the Shadow Me books, and I have all of the special edition Shadow Me books. So they look so pretty. I'm getting there. I'm gonna give you another update when I have probably the rest of this shelf done. Then we're going to see what we're going to do with my romance and the extra shelves in the closet. So going back to listening to the husbands. Hello bookish babes. It's been a few days since I've seen you last and a few days since I've finished decorating my bookshelves. This took me so long. It took me about 6 hours. There was sweat involved. Blood, sweat, and tears. I didn't record much of me moving things around because it was so much. I swear to God, I reorganized 600 to 700 books. It was kind of insane. So I didn't get many clips of me like moving things around because I wasn't in the camera much and it was just a mess. Let me talk you through the steps real quick. So there are only these 3 bookshelves behind me, and then I added the 2 right here. So they're all flush and beautiful now. These are all of my fantasy romance. Then we have some romance going on in the bottom, which you can't see right now. Then across from me, we left my special edition shelf alone. Then we reorganized some of the romance, and then we reorganized some of the closet as well. I took all my fantasy books, put them in a big pile. Then I tried to make piles of like letters of their last names because these are all in alphabetical order going from A to Z for last name of the author. It was pretty successful up until M, and then they're just grouped by like, these authors' last names are M, these authors' last names are Q. I got a little lazy because it took me 6 hours. It now looks gorgeous. So I'm gonna go through like a mini tour since you guys kind of already know what I did. I showed you guys adding some books into my Excel and Fable where I keep track of all of my physical books. Let's get to it. Some of the things didn't change over here just now. All of the series are together. Everything is beautiful and I'm so excited. So let me show you. We're gonna move. We obviously start with the A's. We have The Ever King by L.J. Andrews. We have Sanctuary of Shadows. Then we have The Blood and Ash, all that stuff. This isn't gonna be like a full in-depth book tour, but I'm gonna go over like some things that I like. Victoria Aveyard section, and this is Flower Heart. We have Travis Baldry's, we have Leigh Bardugo, she's all over here. We have Holly Black, we have Sabrina Blackwell with Dirty Lying Fairies. Then we have our Olivia Blake section with some more Olivia Blake. Then we have Alexandra Bracken for lore. We have Jay Bree. Then we have Long Live Evil. We have The Natural History of Dragons. We have some Pierce Brown. We have our Carissa Broadbent section. We have some mermaid books by Natasha Bowen. Can you guys see this? I think you can. Then we have Jim Butcher and Thousand Heartbeats. We have Kristen Shore's entire series. We have Shannon Chakraborty with this pirate adventure book. Then we have Rin Chupeco's series. Then we have Heartless Hunter. We have Piper CJ. We have Cassandra Clare. I really like this shelf because there's a lot of chunky books on here. So we have Cassandra Clare's, more of hers. Then we have Susanna Clark. We have Lake's Edge and Forest Fall. We have Penn Cole, The Ballad of Songbird and Snakes, Five Broken Blades. We have some like quirky fantasy romances, which is Don't Hex and Drive and Wolf Gone Wild. Plain Bad Heroines, Fear the Flames, and then this is the start of the June Dawson like witch series, Her Majesty Royal Coven. We have The Dagger and the Flame. We have The Curse of Saints and The Curse of Sins, Long Live the Pumpkin Queen, Antithesis, How the Fox Runs. Feybound, we have Imani Arrow's Heavenly Bodies. This is the indie edition. Tempest of Tea, the first 2 books in the Emily Wilde series. 12th Night, we have Carval, Legendaries Downstairs, and the novella. And then we have Once a Broken Heart, Upon a Broken Heart series. The Shepherd King duology, Education and Malice, The Immortal Dark, Book Jumper. The first 2 books in the Sacred Stone series. We have These Violent Delights and Our Violent Ends, All the Stars and Teeth, the Belladonna trilogy. Then we have The Enchanted Lies of Celeste Artois, Bright Sword. We have The Hurricane Wars and A Monsoon Rising. Then over here we have Chaos and Flame. We have a John Gwynne book. We have Karina Hale, Amelia Hart with Wayward, Alex E. Harrow with The Once and Future Witches, The Jasad Heir, Murder Your Employer, The Ship of Magic by Robin Hobb, Together We Burn. These are all Isabella Banyas. So this is the What the River Knows and Where the Library Hides. We have The Bridge Kingdom and A Fate Inked in Blood. We have the first book in the Broken Earth trilogy by N.K. Jemisin, A Curse Are So Dark and Lonely, As Long as the Lemon Tree Grows, and Stephen King's Fairy Tale. This is like my favorite right here. This is the entire beautiful Raven Kennedy series. Oh, it's so pretty. It's complete. Look at the gold splash. I love it. I'm obsessed. Then we have T. Kingfisher's Nettle and Bone. We have Under the Oak Tree. We have some T.J. Klune. We have A Queen in Hiding, some J. Kristoff, The Poppy Wars, and Babel. I really want to increase my R.F. Kuang collection. We have The Midnight in Everwood, Curious Ties, The Sun and the Void Special Edition and Regular Edition, Clash of Steel. We have Trisha Levenseller over here. We have A Crown of Glass and Ivy, Furyborn, and then we have a bunch of Elizabeth Lim. And then this one is Judy I. Lim. So we have all like the 6 Crimson Cranes and stuff. And then we have A Magic Steeped in Poison. We have Darkwater Daughter. We have some Lucan's books. We have The Wren in the Holly Library. Then we have some Carrie Maniscalco. We have The Dark King. We have Assistant to the Villain. And then we have my Sarah J. Maas Crescent City trilogy. So we have Crescent City 1 and 2, and then we have Akotar Special Edition. Then we have the entire Throne of Glass series with the new covers. So yeah, this is an entire Tahara Mafi shelf. This Woman Kingdom, these Infinite Threads, that's part of that series. Then we have the entire Shatter Me series, which then we have all of the special edition Shatter Me books, which I'm completely obsessed with. Then we have all of the new Game of Thrones covers, which I am completely obsessed with, and we have my little Rhaenyra and Daemon pops, and I know they're not obviously from this series. Blood of Hercules, which I'm so excited to get to. The Clockwork Girl, Nightrender, Cersei. We have a whole Marissa Meyer section, so we have Cursed and Gilded, and then we have the Lunar Chronicles. Everyone always raves about those. Then we have another fun section. We have some K.M. Moore Nova. We have Song of Darkness. We have Death by Fire. Ordinary Monsters, Midnight Sun, the entire Twilight collection in the white edition, The City of Dreaming books, The Night Circus, The Ones We Burn, and The Bone Orchard over there. We have Gideon the Nine, Did Harrow the Nine. We have The Prince of Prohibition. We have A Secret Shared with Death. Then we have the trilogy of The Sunken City. We have the Chaos Walking trilogy by Patrick Ness, And in the Sea, The Gifts That Bind Us, The Liar's Crown, Murtagh, Aragon in the Illustrated Edition, and Morgan. Dance of Thieves, we have When the Moon Hatched. We have The Curse of Ophelia, Where the Dark Stand Still, The Stars Are Dying. Then we have all of my Terry Pratchett's. They look so good together. So I have The Color of Magic and then the Witch trilogy. And then I also have this little really cute like Christmassy whimsical design of short stories by him. We have the little Discworld like drawn out. We have North is the Night by Emily Rath. The Veiled Kingdom, A Kingdom of Stars and Shadows, regular and special edition. We have Tudor and Thorn and A Study in Drowning, Interview with the Vampire, If We Were Villains, Hunt on Dark Waters, and Powerless. I also have this. I like my book spicy and my coffee icy. We have The Powerful Novella. We have Nora Roberts, Lady of Darkness by Melissa K. Rorick, Vespertine and An Enchantment of Ravens. We have The Starlight's Crown, Sisters of Sword and Song, The Divine Rivals duology, The Demon Awakens by R.A. Salvatore. Then we have, on the start of all of my Brandon Sanderson, we have like the second original Mistborn covers. Then we have the new covers for the entire Mistborn trilogy. Then we have the 2 first books in The Way of Kings. And then we have his special project books. So we have Truss. We have The Frugal Wizard, Yumi and Sunlit Man. And then we have Lore of the Wilds, Anatomy, Gallant, and A Darker Shade of Magic. I'm surprised my V.E. Schwab collection is not bigger. Then we have Most Agreeable Murder, A Feather So Black, Priory, and A Day of Fall Night. And then we have The Bone Season, Living Legend, The Honey Witch, and City of Dusk. Second part to that one, which is The Midnight Kingdom. We have Phantasma. We have The Bone Shard Daughter, Mountain Made of Glass, King of Battle and Blood, and Queen of Myth and Monsters. Then we have Fortuna Sworn and House of Frank. Then we have my amazing covers of The Emperor in the Ashes quartet. And then we have Air next to that. Then we have Daughter of the Moon Goddess, and then Heart of the Sun Warrior, as well as Strange the Dreamer and Spelled Treason Without Tea. Then we'll go even lower, starting over here. This is some of my romance that I have over here. I think it's some of my favorite romances that are over here. But we have Wildfire. We have Lori Gilmore's, the 3 books in her the Pumpkin Spice series. Love My Afterlife, Mortal Follies, the 2 first books in Jenny Han's The Summer I Turned Pretty, Magnolia Park's Daisy Hates. Then we have my entire Allie Hazelwood and Emily Henry collections. And then we have the Wisteria Society of Lady Scoundrels and Twisted Love. Then over here we have Say You Swear. And then my Broken Bonds is over here by Jay Bray. It's one of my favorite series ever. I have to finish it. I think I'm going to do a reread on that. The Whispering House, Haunting Adeline and Hunting Adeline, and Does It Hurt, all by H.D. Carlton. the really cool special edition of Full Moon Rising by Ruby Dixon. Then I have the entire Corrupt series by Penelope Douglas. I think it's the Devil's Night series. I have Late Bloomer, The Fake Mate by Lana Ferguson, Hollow Heathens. Then we have Cody Gary, A Cat Cafe Christmas, which is so cute, and Finding Mr. Perfect, and then Icebreaker. Over here we have The Littlest Library, Lights Out, Behind the Net by Stephanie Archer, Not the Witch You Wed. Then I have my little Lauren Asher section, Tools of Engagement. This is the start of my Tessa Bailey section, which really I should not own these anymore, but it's fine. I've actually read all of them except for 2 of those. Lease on Love, Undertaking of Heart and Mercy, The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, which technically shouldn't be over here because it's not a romance, but it's fine. Meet Me Under the Mistletoe, Small Town Big Magic, another Olivia Blake, but this is her romance book, Alone with You in the Ether. Then we have Delilah Green Doesn't Care, Dungeons and Drama, and then I have 2 B.K. Borison books. We have Heaven Breaker, Crave by Tracy Wolf, and Starbringer by Tracy Wolf, and also Sweet Nightmare by her. Then we have one of my Fourth Wings and Iron Flames. I have like 2 more editions of Fourth Wing, but those are both like the first editions. Then we have a gigantic Adrian Young section. And then we have Children of Blood and Bone, Practice Makes Perfect, The Only Purple House in Town, and Breaking Time. Then over here we have Pestilence, War, Famine, and Death. We have The Trial of the Sun Queen and Rule of the Aurora King. Then we have the first Zodiac Academy book in the regular edition. We have Annihilation, Blood Over Bright Haven by Emma Wong, Night Angel Nemesis, How to Become the Dark Lord and Die Trying. Then we have Martha Wells, The Witch King. Then we have Voyage of the Damned. Then we have our Hannah Witten section. And that's the end of these fantasy and a little bit of romance bookshelf. Probably a really weird angle, and I'm literally like on the floor, but this is how high my tripod goes. So we have The Dark Collective, The Spell Shop, Never, Firefly Lane, The Afterlife of Holly Chase, It Ends With Us, It Starts With Us, It Ends With Us, Verity, Canadian Boyfriend, The Thorns Remain, Orange's Field Guide to Love, Hate, Part of Your World, More Abby Jimenez, God of Malice, Elle Kennedy, and then her The Deal series. Then we have another Elle Kennedy, Girl Abroad. Offside, then we have some Sophie Lark, Carly LaRue, we have some Christina Lauren, X's and O's, Only When It's Us, some Casey McQuiston, Hooked, Brutal Obsession, Home Run Proposal, Jojo Moyes, Someone Else's Shoes, Consider Me, and The Sweet Spot. Then we have The 7-Year Slip, some more Ashley Poston, and then we have some Lynn Painter. Then we have Indigo Ridge, the first Bridgerton book, The Dragon's Bride, Court of the Vampire Queen regular and special edition. Then we have some Runics, A Soul to Keep, The Wild Love special edition, then Pucking Around, Pucking Wild, First Down Breakaway, and A Curious Beginning. Then we have the Bridgerton books special edition, which is my favorite. Addicted to You and Dishonestly Yours, Last Chance Books, Drive Me Crazy, Christmas by the Book, Daisy Jones and the Six, and The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, One Italian Summer, and expiration dates. Then we have Done and Dusted, Flock, and A Fragile Enchantment. Then down here we have Archer's Voice Annotated Edition, Forget Me Not, Vicious, A Touch of Darkness, Things We Never Got Over, some Elsie Silver, Love in the Time of Serial Killers, Angelica Frankenstein book, Rhapsodic, some Chloe Walsh, Butcher and Blackbird regular and special edition, Leather and Lark, and Love and Gelato, and then The Wall of Winnipeg and Me. Then I'm taking you to my closet. These are ones that don't have a super specific genre. So we have Other Birds, Light Lark, Bunny, When Women Were Dragons, A Year to the Date, Not Good for Maidens, The Gathering Dark, As Old as Time, Krampus. This is also some of like my horror and just general fiction kind of. The Whispering Dead, My Dearest Darkest, The Troop, House of Leaves, Stolen Hours, the 2 Alice Feeney books I have, Joanne Fluke's book, Darling House. We have some Grady Hendrix. We have I Was a Teenage Slasher, The Reappearance of Rachel Price, and A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Liars, Family of Liars, Perfect Place to Die, God of the Woods, Where the Crawdads Sing, a Richard Osman book, The London Seance Society, Sense and Second Degree Murder, Run Rose Run, The Sanatorium, that's like a Miss Peregrine's offshoot book over there next to that. Never Rolled Awake, and You Shouldn't Have Come Here. And we have Hidden Pictures, Malibu Rising, Bram Stoker's Dracula, and Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Riley Sager's The Only One Left, The Ex-Hex, Dark and Shallow Lies, and then I just stuck the Brandon Sanderson Warbreaker over here because I don't like the small cover. The Mermaid, The Witch, and the Sea, The Midnight Library, and A Discovery of Witches. Geneva Rose's Home is Where the Bodies Are, The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hugo, The Bone Keeper, A Little Life, The House in the Cerulean Sea, which should go over my TJ Klune stuff but doesn't fit. Then we have just Pride and Prejudice and a hardcover Harry Potter book. Then this is one of my manga shelves, and then this is my second manga shelf, and that is it. as you can see, that was everything. So like a mini bookshelf tour. Like I said, all my fantasy and some romance, and we have lots and lots of books. We'll be doing an every single book on my physical TBR video soon. If you have any questions about my bookshelves or any of my books, please let me know down in the comments. If you made it this far, let's leave me like a little pink flower emoji because I really want it to be spring. Because it's way too cold out. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for future content. As always, happy reading and love you. Bye.